So for this video, I'm going to be taking on the Grove of Mara on Master difficulty from the Isle of Madness story mode. And for this particular encounter, there's a couple of things that you need to note. The first is the field lane has been replaced. It is now the monastery lane, and whenever anybody gains health, they get a +1/+1 buff on a random creature in that lane. And this is applying to both players. So the enemy deck has a lot of life gain tools. The enemy also starts with an elixir of health in play, so they'll be able to gain life and pump creatures early. They also start with a makeshift defenses in play. And if that wasn't enough, you start with 0 cards in hand. So to combat all of this, there's a couple of different ways you can do it. The very first time I did it, I just used a traditional tribunal control deck with a lot of cycle cards and draw engine sorts of things, and it worked just fine. But as a more like tailor-made list, I am again bringing a version of Prophecy Mage. This one a little bit different than other ones I've done for scenarios here. The idea being that the prophecy cards are going to offset you having no cards in hand. And we'll go ahead and just jump right in to the encounter real quick. The other reason that I'm running this particular list is life gain. So I'm including the 2/2 Prophecy that gains health. I'm including Dark Harvester. I'm including Knight of the Hour. Bruma Profiteer is making an appearance. And then I'm also, just for fun, including cards like Desperate Conjuring, for example. So this is, again, the start, right? Your opponent starts with a creature, ways to buff it, so on and so forth. You, however, do have the Blademaster Portia support here. And this is something that has unlimited activations, but you have to have killed an enemy creature to activate it. When you do activate it, you get a free Imperial Grunt and you gain 1 health. Now, you do not get to pick where the Grunt goes, unfortunately. So if it goes over here when you have 0 creatures, like you gain 1 health and you just get a 1/1. If it comes over here, however, you do get the buff, but you do start a bit behind the 8 ball, which is exactly why... Again, I run the Prophecy heavy version. I'm actually going to put this over here because I don't want to lose it right away. And Bruma Profiteer is a great creature for this encounter. So we're going to go ahead and do this. And hey, look, a Fate Weaver. That seems good. So I gain a health. Then this gets buffed. And then this will come over here and I'll gain a health. And something will get buffed. And just like that, you can now hopefully see what this particular list is trying to do. We'll attack this here. As I said, protecting this is actually really important. So it's a little bit sad that we might lose this. I say might because we're going to get a couple of health triggers here, and we don't have to lose it now. Okay. So instead, this will go here. We gain 1 health from this, and then we gain 1 health from Bruma because of this going here. Like I said, Bruma, very, very good in this particular encounter, so... Alright, I guess they've got a lot of expensive cards in hand. This Spellsword list does run a decent number of prophecies. It also runs some cards like Ebonheart Oracle. There is a Dawn's Wrath in there, so you have to kind of keep your eyes out for that. Now, we could bolt this and then gain health, but the reality is, I think what we want to do is... We want this to be able to trade into that, so I guess we'll put this here, but we want to protect our Bruma if possible.
May we serve you with every word.
So we'll do it like this.
The 9 inspire us.
Okay, so there's the Ebonheart Oracle that I was just mentioning. House Carl is a pretty solid pickup for us here as well. Now we've got enough if we don't hit prophecies to threaten lethal and then some. We're gonna, I think, attack before playing the House Carl, however, because this represents 4 extra damage, where this only represents potentially 3. Because you'll gain a life from here. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and attack first. Because again, we're trying to dodge prophecies.
Let none defile our temple.
Alright, so there is the Knight of the Hour. We'll go ahead and make this trade then. We'll do this. See if we get lucky with some buffs. And we did actually get lucky with some buffs. Okay. So we'll make that trade here. This will go here. And then I think what we're also going to do is go ahead and put the buff here, because we can't get rid of this with our lightning bolt, but we can hopefully make our Bruma survive. Alright, I said hopefully. Sadly, it was not the case.
Acknowledged.
I
Well,
have you now.
at this point, we're in a similar situation here where we're just hoping for non-health gain prophecies. Now, I could have ordered this different and bolted,
Bless us, kind.
but I was afraid of something that
May we
would
serve you
prevent
with every
this,
word.
and we didn't hit it. Either or would have been fine, but as you can see, this is the encounter. Pretty straightforward. I think the prophecy heavy deck makes a lot of sense, just because there is a lot of ways to also gain life, and I think that regardless of what deck you run, it's gotta run Bruma Profiteer. It's just so good in this particular encounter, and we're just gonna go ahead and finish it now. That's it. So if you were struggling, I hope this helped, and otherwise I hope you just had fun. Thanks for watching, I guess. Until next time, may you walk on warm sands.